people. That means the United States has now surpassed Italy as the country with the highest number of deaths. There have been more than 113,000 fatalities reported worldwide.
A top envoy with the World Health Organization warned that until a vaccine is developed, we could see waves of outbreaks for quite a long time. While mitigation efforts seem to be helping in the United States and Europe, Dr. David Nabarro warns that the virus is advancing in other parts of the world. A study has launched in California that could shape the strategy to get the United States working again. Researchers are using a blood test that can detect antibodies against coronavirus to see which people had the virus and recovered.
While the daily death toll in New York continues to be over 700, the number of new patients needing intensive care is slowing. The governor spent Easter Sunday returning ventilators that were donated by a nursing facility, and a church in Maryland spent the holiday helping others. Volunteers showed up to give away free food to about 500 families. They later held Easter service in a parking lot.
There's been a growing need for donations like that as millions of Americans hurt financially. Some economic relief is expected this week. The first stimulus payments began hitting bank accounts on Friday night, and a Treasury official tells NBC News that tens of millions more are expected to go out by Wednesday. Disney World has announced that it will furlough about 43,000 workers. According to union leaders, Disney has agreed to pay 100% of health insurance costs for the workers for up to 12 months during the shutdown.
And we are learning more about victims of this pandemic. The New York Fire Department announced that Gregory Hodge, an emergency medical technician, has died from COVID-19. The 59-year-old was part of the 9/11 rescue and recovery effort. And the New York Post, paying tribute to their sports photographer, Anthony Causi. The Post announced that Causi died Sunday after fighting COVID-19 for 3 weeks. He was just 48 years old.
The coronavirus continues to rock the United States, with New York being one of the hardest hit states. The death toll has now surpassed 8,000, but experts say they are seeing a decline in new cases and hospitalizations due to social distancing measures. But state officials say this crisis isn't over just yet. Here's NBC's Kathy Park.